What's up, everyone? This is Christian Duke. You're watching Strength Addicts here on IG Live, brought to you courtesy of BlackstoneLabs.com, the holy grail of bodybuilding supplements. Guys, remember, if you're looking to get involved in the fitness industry, there is no better way to do so than by applying to join the Blackstone Labs Legion. Do so today. Also, big thank you to our supporting sponsor, TitanMedicalCenter.com. They've got some amazing therapies, guys. They also have the new ECA Stack, which everybody's talking about as ECA Stack Plus, available only at TitanMedicalCenter.com, as well as glutathione, medical weight loss, immunotherapies, injectable vitamins, libido enhancers. I mean, just so much available at TitanMedicalCenter.com. So I want to say what's up to the folks that are already here. Our guest, Alejandro, is here as well. And JD, I appreciate the invite request, but right now I've got a guest, Omni Muscles in the house. Guys, today is Earth Day. It looks like we got Gabby in the house. So I just want to remind everyone once again to head on over to the Legion. There is no better team anywhere online, anywhere in the world. I mean, it is an online world, and I cannot play down the Factory Madness win, where Blackstone Labs, in my opinion, thanks to the Blackstone Labs Legion, beat Revive, beat Redcon, beat Axon Sledge, beat Optimum Nutrition, ending up first place above all else. All right, guys, so let's bring on our good friend here, Alejandro Bodden, and we're going to have a good chat. He is the only we know of Dominican in the Legion, and he's a lieutenant, so he's got the bar on his shoulder right there. So let's position this here. What's up?
What's up, brother?
Thank
you for having me. I'm fine. Thank you for having me. It's my pleasure and honor to be here, be part of this interview.
Absolutely.
Representing the Blackstone Labs Legion.
Definitely. You know, I told Jared Brown, call center manager. He's the guy that knows everything about the Legion, and he's the guy that gives me a lot of, the direction. For you, I picked you. And sometimes I got Nathan Epler on Monday night. That's my pick as well. But the vast majority of the picks come from Jared, sometimes from PJ. But when I told him that I was interviewing you, he's like, man, Alejandro's been with us since day one, since the very beginning of the Legion. So I think that's really, really cool. Out of all the interviews I've done, there's very few people that have started as early as you did.
Yes, I have been now 3 years now in the Legion. So I'm very proud to be part of the, represent the brand. I have the pleasure to meet PJ. You saw now in the picture. That was recently when I joined the Legion. I joined in February, and then I met PJ on October of that same year here in the Dominican Republic in the Coat of Arms in Punta Cana. That was an event where Dane Sellers, the Freak, was competing, and I take advantage and get there to meet the Blackstone family, PJ. That was a great experience. Also, last year I was trying to be in the headquarters of Blackstone. I talked to PJ. We shared some text message, and we get a schedule to be there. But then the pandemic screwed up the things. But I'm trying to get there this year. Maybe in the maybe December or before. Trying to be there and get to know all the staff, all the people there.
You've got to check out the Blackstone Labs gym that Larry Dubin and Vanessa Hernandez, they put most of the stuff together, and now Jared says they've painted stuff. There's mirrors. I mean, it looks like it's like just spectacular. And I know that when you go there, what's up from Norway? How's it going? I know that when you get there, you're going to love it. So tell us about being in the Legion, though. So you're a lieutenant. You've been there 3 years. Talk to us about some of the relationships you've made. I know you mentioned talking to PJ also, which is great, which is huge. And, of course, we got the graphic with you in there. So, I mean, I think that's awesome. What's it been like for you being in the Legion these last 3 years?
Well, it's been a hell of a journey. I have been to get to know more people in the Legion. through the years, talked to some of them, even if I haven't seen them in person, but I have shared some text message. I feel that I am part of the family. I'm glad to represent the Blackstone here in my country, because I know that they offer high quality products. I have some cool friends that always support me too with the brand, to spread the brand here, because they like the brand because of me. And
That's
it's like Blackstone says, loyalty is everything, man. So I'm trying to
absolutely.
do my best to represent the brand, even if I'm a little bit far from there, in Boca, but I'm trying to be always part of the Blackstone Labs. I'm trying to do my
Absolutely.
best.
And your English is really, really good. I think it's amazing. Absolutely. Alejandro is from República Dominicana. A lot of times your country is called Santo Domingo, which is the
Yes.
capital, but it's actually República Dominicana. But it's a very beautiful country. And for those of
Yeah.
you out there that are not familiar, it's the island of Hispaniola. So you have Haiti on the west, and then you have Dominican Republic on the east. Dominican Republic's way bigger. And then if you still don't know what I'm talking about, there's two very, very, very big tourist cities. Alejandro mentioned one, Punta Cana, and the other one is Puerto Plata, which is known all around the world. You can go in the ocean and look down and see everything. It's clear water. It's unlike anything else you've ever seen. And
Yes.
mm-hmm.
That is the most people when it comes from when the US or Europe, they come to the Punta Cana. Punta Cana is more, like the place where the people
Oh
want to
yeah,
be,
yeah, Punta
because the
Cana.
beaches,
Mm-hmm.
yes, we have a lot of beaches here, great beaches, great
Yeah.
view, the weather. Some people like the hot, the heat, the sun.
Right, right. Yeah, and it's crazy how like just the evolution of the tourist industry in your country, because I don't know, like 10, 15, 20 years ago, Puerto Plata was it. That's where everybody went. But now Punta Cana is like really, like you said, that's the place to be. And people like in Boca, South Florida, they love the heat. So they're gonna love your country. And I think it's great because, this thing with the Legion and the messages you mentioned, the DMs, the text messages, for a lot of people that's so important, because a lot of people in the Legion don't actually ever get to meet, not yet at least, but it's the connection like Instagram and Facebook that's so powerful, because you really get to know people, and these bonds of friendship get like thicker and thicker without ever meeting, but the loyalty, like you said, loyalty is everything. So that's something that's definitely true.
It's like you said, for that reason, it's like, I feel honored to get to know you via here, even if I don't see you in person, but it's an honor to know that you have the intention to get an interview with me, to know me, to get to know each other
Of
more, to
course.
be part of someday another interview if we can. It would be awesome.
Yeah, no, and I'm my father's Cuban. Yeah, my father's Cuban. My mother's Chilean. I've never been to República Dominicana, and I would love to go one day. And the fact you got PJ there, I mean, it's a very international world. I know that sounds silly saying, but it is. And now, especially with social media, it's so powerful. And I have to say too, I mean, what you're doing is so powerful, because to have members of the Blackstone Labs Legion throughout the world, having you and well, I'll say Santo Domingo, but more people understand that than República Dominicana. But having you in Santo Domingo, having Steph Loki, for example, in Australia, and having Stacy in Ireland, just like all over the world, but it's all Blackstone Labs, which is so cool. But I have to say, man, I've taken notice of you very early on, because like I do an interview with Marathon Mom, I do an interview with Tajik or Rob Simpson, or Art Velasquez. But you're there, you're liking it, you're sharing it. I mean, you're showing nonstop support. So it's very, very easy to notice you because of how supportive you are. That's I think what makes the Legion so powerful, is everybody supporting each other.
Yes, that's the reason why I feel like, it's I'm the family, because I feel great be representing the brand, supporting each other, because that's the motto. That's
Absolutely.
Yes, that's the main reason, why
Right.
I joined,
No,
why I
I
feel like,
100% agree. 100% agree. That's everything. That's everything. So you have a real job, and I say real job because some people, in the fitness industry, they're training, they're modeling, they're doing you're a civil engineer, which is,
yeah,
tell us a little bit about that because, that's some very interesting work and definitely you got to have a lot of this. You have to have a lot of patience and you have to have like a big picture kind of view. So tell us about your work.
well, this is a family company. I work with my father, sister, brother. This is a company that has, a lot of time in the, in the, how to say, in the,
Dímelo en español si te cuesta.
no, I know how to say it. It's like,
Okay, I love speaking Spanish, so anytime I can speak Spanish, I want to speak Spanish. Okay, go ahead.
for the people here, you know, this company have a lot of years. I study civil engineer. My father is civil engineer, so I get inspired seeing him doing his job since I was a kid. So I get older. So then I decided to study civil engineer. I done my studies of civil engineer in 2010. Then I get to done a specialization in that area too, and then I finished it in 2013. But since then, since 2010, I've been working with the company of my father. We get to construct a lot of buildings, for people to live, a lot of apartments. Well, now we are doing that, a tower with a lot of apartments to the people to sell.
Of course, yeah. Real estate's huge, absolutely huge, and
Yes.
that's awesome. So you followed in your father's footsteps. That's very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah. I like the bodybuilding too, but my main now is to evolve in my area of civil engineer. I always after work I do my workouts, supplementation. I do that's
Yeah,
literally my second job. To
definitely.
spread the brand to friends in the gym, to get samples to them, to try it. Always doing my trying to be healthy, in shape.
So
That's part
yeah,
to me to represent the brand in good shape because I like that. Trying to be good as a you know that's
absolutely.
part
So
of that's part of my life too. As
definitely,
a
definitely.
civil engineer can be part of the Blackstone.
You never
After the
know.
civil engineer, I have my time to Blackstone then.
Definitely, you could build like you could build a Blackstone Labs fortress in Santo Domingo,
Yeah.
which would be amazing. But tell us about your aspirations to be a competitor, because like you said, you want to compete. It's part of what you want to do in the future. But for now, you're working and you're training and you're taking supplements. And we're going to talk about your favorite supplements in a little bit. But
Yeah.
maybe talk a little bit about you wanting to compete. Like what division would you like to compete in? When do you see yourself maybe doing it?
Well, here in Dominican Republic, they do a lot of bodybuilding shows. I never say never because sometimes I could be on stage. I have some close friends that believe in me. They say you should be on stage. Why you are on stage? Because you know a lot about nutrition, workouts. I have changed people's life in physiques. I have made like online coaching for a lot of close friends. They are grateful for that. They know that I know my thing, in nutrition, bodybuilding. I'm not certified yet, but I know a lot because I read a lot. I made a transformation years before with a coach. Since then, I have been reading a lot. I do the YT3 workouts from Neil Jordan Hill, Neil Hill.
Oh yeah,
I like
Flex Lewis is coach.
that.
Yeah. I know who that is.
I like a lot his how he do things with the workouts. I have a lot of years doing YT3, so I do what works for me. there are a lot of people that do different workouts because let's try this, let's try, but I can try, I have tried a lot of another type of workouts, but I know that Y3T works a lot for me, and the diet that I always provide to the friends, to the clients, always works too, because they come with another, another mind, and I try to, understand and give them the mindset that I have learned, and
No,
give them.
absolutely. Yeah.
Yes.
Because it's interesting. You said that you weren't certified yet, and I know that eventually you would like to be certified. But what you can read, reading and practice. In other words, like what you read and what you've experienced, although it's not the same as being certified, it adds a lot of value as well. What you've been through personally, and maybe the mistakes you've made and that you've learned from them that's almost maybe even better than, because look, to get certified may be as simple as memorizing a test and then writing it all down, but to really understand it and love it, I think that's just as important.
Yeah. So it's like some people say, like the experience make the master. It's not only a paper that says that you are a coach. It's the experience in the life that you get that make you the master.
Absolutely.
So like I said before, it's not you can never say never. Sometime maybe I could be stage here in Dominican Republic to represent the brand, to get to spread more the brand, to see the people like
absolutely.
Like the brothers can work well with the people,
Yeah,
it would
no,
be like awesome to do that.
yeah.
I've talked of that before, and it could happen.
It
We'll
could
see.
happen, and it sounds like it's already happened. It sounds like you've inspired people already.
Yes, yes.
So I think that's very powerful. With regards, I do want to talk about supplements, but before we talk about supplements, I want to talk a little bit about your diet. Like what, we know you're training, but what about your diet? How do you like to eat, and what kind of foods, give you the best results when it comes to training?
Well, I have been doing the car cycling. I always do car cycling. I have experience before, and it's car cycling. I always eat my rice, chicken breast, red meat. I love the rice. If you talk about the carbs, I love rice. Rice in the morning, if I could. But obviously not. In the morning I do, for example, my eggs, my bread, some ham. In the noon, my rice, chicken breast, or red meat, or maybe pork. My salad. In the afternoon, I do after my workouts. I have the Formula 19 of Blackstone, my isolation too. That's a meal replacement. So now in the evening, I do maybe potatoes, rice. But I'm more like the rice guy. I always loyal to my rice, but
Absolutely.
I can do potatoes with the patty, ground beef. I always do that.
Yeah. Do you eat much fish? I've noticed that a lot of people they don't do fish too much.
I do fish, but not quite some time, because fish is always an expensive source of protein too. But when I can, I do it. It's not my first option. I always go more for the beef, red meat,
Right.
chicken breast, pork. The fish sometimes. No, it's not always on my diet.
Gotcha.
It's someday, but.
Now, what about what's your biggest temptation food-wise? Do you like sweets or salt or fat, or what is something that you have to be careful with?
With the fat, I'm not a sweet guy. I'm more like a salt, but the fat, I always be careful with the fat when I do my cooking. Try to cook the most healthy. Is that the fat thing? You know, I
Absolutely.
like a lot of pizza. You know, I like my cheat meals.
Hmm.
I'm a Pizza Hut lover too.
Right. Oh, that's good.
Burgers.
That's very good.
Yeah. I
So,
do this time, maybe once a month. You know,
so
but always keeping my shape. You know, the best that I can.
no, for sure. Yeah, fat and fat is you know, it's good in a sense because it keeps you very full. You know, satisfecho. Like, you know, like whereas like sugar is like up and down, and that's why so many people like glycolog, because like it allows you to eat carbs, but then you have the glycolog, and it keeps your blood level like you know like balanced. You know what I mean? Otherwise, you know, it's just up and down, and that contributes to you gaining weight and holding water and just a whole bunch of nasty side effects. But I mean, honestly, it's a blessing that you don't like sweets because so many people are addicted to sugar. It's like worse than like cocaine or something. They have to have sugar. And as soon as the sugar wears off, they have to have more. So I think it's great that you're not a sugar guy.
No, I'm not a sugar guy. No, I don't. Maybe a little bit of ice cream or tasting all a little thing, but I'm not a sugar guy. No,
Good, good.
I'm
You
more like the fat guy than be careful with the fat. You know.
definitely, definitely. And we have Jared Brown here on the Blackstone Labs Legion page, and the Blackstone Labs Legion Instagram page also reposted the graphic, which is great. So I want to ask you your favorite supplements. I know Halo Elite is one of them, but I want to know your
Yeah.
favorite supplements and why. So maybe if you can, just quickly give us your top three favorite supplements, and then after you give us the top three, maybe explain why each one is in there.
Well, my products are DOS X, or if I don't have DOS X, I go to DOS B2, Hyper Loaded, and the Halo Elite, like you said. I'm like you said before, you know, like cocaine. I'm a steam addict. You know, I like the steams,
Hmm.
and I always need to have my steams products. You know, because I like the energy, the focus. You know, it drives me to put, you know, you know, do my job,
Mm-hmm.
some weight in my workouts. Always I try to, you know, to how do you say, to put aside sometimes, because sometimes it's not work. You know, you try the other adrenal care from Blackstone Labs, you know, to reset my glands.
Mm-hmm.
So my happy loaded, I always have it too because I like the pumps, the veins popping up, the muscles getting swole. You know, like the blood,
Mm-hmm.
feeling that you are swole. You know, that's a good feeling too. You get inspired by yourself. You seem like you are seeing the results in the moment. The flavors are awesome too. I like all the flavors. I don't have any issue with any flavors.
Very cool.
Generally, you know, give me that extra push that always, you know, someday there was a time, like PJ said, that some people try to do 6 pills. The directions are 3 pills. I have a try with 6 pills, not side effect at all.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like going to heaven. When you go to the gym, it's like you are in heaven. You know,
That's
like
awesome.
you are in paradise doing your thing.
I think that's probably like one of the most talked about stacks, and I've been telling Jared about it. I just told PJ about it today. I mean, you're like the third or fourth interview in a row that's talked about Halo Elite and Hype Reloaded. I mean, and you talked about, you know, you talked about Dust, and you know, you talked about some other products as well. But there's something about that stack of Halo and Hype that just, you know, it's the pump, it's the strength, it's and then of course you throw the stims in there, and you're, like you said, you're in heaven. So
It's the ultimate pre-workout, like you said. You know, it's
that's great marketing right there. The ultimate pre-workout. You put your Hype and your Halo, and you're off to the races. That's great. You just gave us some great marketing. Definitely.
yeah.
So tell me a little bit about, I guess maybe one more question I have,
No,
and I
no,
want to thank you. Yeah, I really want to thank you, Alejandro, because actually, guys, this interview was supposed to be at 8. And then this morning I said, Alejandro, is there any way we could do it a little earlier? Because I know we'll get more people. And I was right. But at the same time, I mean, we had a lot of people come in. I mean, we haven't dropped below like 10 or 11 at all, which is great. We've gone as high as 16, which is really, really good. But I want to thank you for doing that because, you know, when you went to sleep last night, you thought this was going to be 8 o'clock, and then this morning you made it 7. So I thank you for that.
No, it's no problem,
Yeah, I appreciate it
And
very much.
we can do this anytime you want.
Okay, awesome. So what are some goals that you would like to accomplish with the Legion, competing, with work, with everything in the near future and beyond?
Well, based on my civil engineer career, my ambition is to be on top, take the torch, be the guy that manage the entire company someday. And with the Blackstone Labs, my ambition is always to be in the headquarters, to meet every part of the people there. Cody is my representative, Cody Kubica, a great guy. I love to work with him. He always support me when I always ask him for something, when I have any doubt with supplements. And the main thing is to be with PJ a lot, again, to get to know more each other, because we don't have a lot of time back then. Try to make him proud of what I'm doing, in the Legion.
Definitely. I mean, I would love to see you at the Blackstone Labs gym, and like Jared is saying here, you were there from the very beginning. We had said that at the beginning of the show, and I mean, you really have been. I mean, 3 years, that's a long time. I mean, you were probably there like before some of like the even graphics were made, and I think it'd be so cool. We got GK Fit 20 also, and Todrick was in the house, and so many awesome people have come through. And like I always tell Jared, I always tell PJ, I love when people come in, but especially when Legion people come in, because it just means to me, it means the world. And it would be great to see you there. Like, could you imagine like at the headquarters there, you could like PJ and Derek and Billy and Jared and Jen Strobel walking by. I mean, you could have like Joe Reiser taking pictures. I mean, it'd be like pretty damn cool. I think it could totally happen. I think it totally could, especially after all this COVID crap goes away. I think it could totally happen.
Well, I'm glad that there are, that they're trying to, with the vacuna, hope that.
Yep.
Maybe I could. I'm planning to be there this year.
Nice.
Let's see what day I can, to text PJ and make an arrangement to be there,
Definitely. So I want to thank you very, very much for doing this. And I have a thing called, what is it called? It's like called following up. It's like where I do maybe we do this again in like 6 months or a year, and I would catching up is what it's called. And I haven't done them yet, but I would really like to do one of these with you, maybe in like 6 months or a year. Maybe. Sorry for cursing. What does BJ say? He says, pardon my language. I don't know what he says, but yeah, I'm sorry I cursed. But hopefully it'd be great if we could do it in person. I mean, that would be awesome. We could do an interview in person, like in Boca or something.
Yes, I would like to be there in person. It's more awesome to.
Oh yeah. For sure.
Yeah. Just maybe we can do sometime. We had a schedule to do that.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Someone here has your last name, it looks like.
Yes, that's a family. Yes.
Very cool. Yeah, we've had a lot of people that have come in. I mean, we've had GK Fit. Let me just go down here. Major Aesthetics from, I believe, Virginia. IFB Pro Neil also came into the house. TM Pro Fit Foods from Tennessee came. Let me just see. I just want to see everybody that came in. A lot of people came in. Val Fit Girl from the Legion also came in. I mean, just a lot of people. A lot of people. Todrick came in. Ludi Fitness. So yeah, so it's been a really, really good. I mean, we're not even halfway up all the comments and people that have come in. So I really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And again, thank you for doing the time change, which I really appreciate. Made things so much easier.
Always trying to do my best for you and the Blackstone Legion family.
Absolutely.
You can come with that.
Absolutely. Omni Fitness, One-on-One Fitness. I just want to say JD Fox, Gabby, the Champ. I mean, just a lot of people came in. So again, thank you so very much. Hopefully we do this again. And you just bring so much positivity to the Legion. And thank you again for all your support. All these interviews I do, you're always liking, you're always showing support. And that's so huge. So for Alejandro Bodden, yes. I just want to thank you for Alejandro Bodden, Christian Duke, StrengthAddicts.com. Thanks again, my friend.
Thank to you.